The radar strategy for trades contractors. What is it and how can you use it to grow your business? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So anyone that's been in business for a while knows that one of the biggest hurdles to winning new clients is actually getting on their radar. They can't buy from you if they don't know you exist. And we live in such a busy world with lots of noise. Your target clients are getting slammed in the face every minute of every day with all this noise from people trying to sell them things that they don't want or need. So how do you get through that noise and get yourself right in front of them? So a few years ago, I had this idea of a project that we could set up with a local university. The idea was that we'd work with a university to create jobs for graduates as a kind of stepping stone to give them a real world experience. I never attended university, so I didn't really have any idea of how it worked or how it was structured. I knew that this particular university employed about 3,000 staff, but I'd only just moved to the area for another project that we were working on. And so I didn't know anyone in the university or even who the decision makers might be, or in fact, how that decision would be made. So one evening, I was invited by a friend to attend a networking event at the university. So while I was at the event, I discovered they actually had some co-working space, like offices and desks that they rented out to local businesses. And so I ended up renting desk space with the hope of getting to know a few people that worked there and just see if my idea would work. And over about 3 or 4 months, I became friends with the staff ran the co-working space. And I shared my idea with them and asked who would be the right person to speak to. And so through that introduction, I got myself right in front of the person that I needed to speak to about that idea. But to use this strategy for your own business, it has a few key steps I think you need to follow. First, you have to make a list of all your target clients within your geography. When you've got that, you might have a list of, say, 100 companies. The second thing to do is think about where these people are right now. Who are the decision makers and who might influence that decision? How do they purchase your services normally? One thing I like to do is call up a target client and just ask them who currently supplies their services and when that contract will expire. When you know that, you can make a note in your diary to contact them nearer that time. That also gives you time to build that relationship with them and learn what their buying process is. The issue is that they might want to buy your services, but they're already in a contract with another supplier for the next 3 years. So to try and sell to them for the next 3 years would be just wasting your time and theirs. Another thing to think about is which products or services do they buy that complement what you provide? What else are they buying and who from? If you can develop a relationship with these complementary suppliers, that could be a way to get in front of these target clients and maybe even get a referral from them. The next thing I'd say is which clients do you already have that might know this target client that you're trying to get in front of? Can they make an introduction to the right person? Perhaps they even know who the decision maker is. Another way to get in front of them is if you can find out what their hobbies or interests are. For example, you might find out that your decision maker coaches the under-16s football team, and perhaps you could offer your support to the team as well. If that's what you're interested in, you could get to know the decision maker while doing something that you're interested in. If you're not interested in it, that you could just offer to sponsor the team instead. So that's how you use a radar strategy to grow your contracting business.